A right delayed is a right denied. That's what Martin Luther King Jr., an American contributor to the civil rights movement during the 1960s, used to think when authorities took long time in order to implement effective and efficient actions for people's rights enjoyment. Hi, my name is Gabriela Bogota Solorzano, and today I will be discussing why the economic, social, and cultural rights are often ignored and violated in different states around the world. Today, I want to start by giving a brief definition of in what consists the economic, social, and cultural rights. Then I'm going to move on to the problem that I already said. After, I will mention the causes of the situation. Then I will tell you the effects, and after that, I will offer the solutions, and at last, I will share my conclusion with all of you. To start, the rights in general have been recognized in three moments of the history. The first ones are the first generation rights that are related to life, freedom, and equality. Then appear the second generation rights that are the economic, social, and cultural rights. Those ones include the right to adequate food, housing, water, standard of living, decent work, health and sanitation, social security, and education. And at last but not least come the third generation rights that are related to the peace, the justice, and the safe environment. So most of the governments and leaders around the world think that the first generation rights that are like equality and freedom deserve more protection because we're the ones first recognized, and that's a wrong reasoning because all the rights are connected. And if we just focus on defending just certain rights, we forgot to defend and protect the other ones. Now, talking about the causes and the context that I already give, these are the main causes why these rights are often ignored and violated. Because the lack of political will, the poverty, discrimination, the globalization effects, the neoliberal policies, armed conflict and violence, and climate change. Those ones are reflected in two examples that I'm going to give. The first example is the Wayuu children in Colombia. For example, they don't have the access to water, to education, to housing, and those rights have been affected because the lack of political will of the government, the state of poverty where they live, and the discrimination they live because they are a vulnerable group. And also, another example that I have is the Ukraine situation, the war between Russia and Ukraine, because the armed conflict and violence that they are living right now is being affected because they have destroyed the public services that they can access the population, like the kids, they can access to schools because the schools are destroyed, and the people who have health issues can't access to the hospitals because they have been destroyed. Now, talking about the effects, all of us can be affected by this problematic, but the more vulnerable are the historical and marginalized groups, like children, elderly people, women's, LGBTQ community, and other historical groups marginalized. I have multiple solutions, and the United Nations also provided, like increased public awareness and education, enforce the international human rights standards. This is related to the obligation of the states to do progressive actions and to design plans and don't go back to the states they were, to design plans in equality and non-discrimination policies, and all of these can address to the economic growth. To conclude, I want to say that economic, social, and cultural rights are human rights. It doesn't mean that they were not the first one recognized, but they deserve the same protection as all of their rights because these ones provide the these ones lead to the life of dignity that deserve all the human beings, and that's it. Thank you.